Zeidon Alkinani. He's a Middle East analyst focusing on Iraq and fellow at the Arab Center in Washington, D.C. He joins us from Doha. Thanks for being with us here on the program. Put simply, what do you make of the dramatic pictures that we've been seeing?
Well, from a security perspective, we shouldn't be surprised that the Sadrist supporters are able to enter governmental promises, in contrast to the protesters that began in October 2019, the protest movement that determined or established the political consciousness amongst the Iraqi youth until our very day today. However, the Sadrist movement, as a political party, as a political movement, just like many other political groups across the spectrum, including the ones, and especially the ones in the coordination framework, have armed wings that are either officially registered in the Popular Mobilization Forces and are also very infiltrated into the Ministry of Interior Affairs and the Ministry of Defense, meaning that it is very easy for them to infiltrate or cross or bypass any security checkpoint. So from a very security perspective, this is very easy for them. This is no surprise. From a Sadrist point of view, this is not the first time they enter the parliament in response to a message that is trying to be sent from Muqtada Sadr to his political rivals. We are currently witnessing that the Sadrist movement, or to be more precise, the Sadrist leader, is trying to create many obstacles for his main rivals, which are the coordination framework, which is very similar obstacles that the coordination framework were also practicing at the time when the Sadrist movement tried to form the government but failed to do so without the quorum. Another layer to this crisis is a very personalized rivalry between former Prime Minister Nouri Maliki, who is the most, if you may, the most powerful politician in the coordination framework, which is why he was initially nominated indirectly to be the Prime Minister. And the other rival is Muqtada Sadr. This rivalry has been going on since 2006. It's a military rivalry, it's a geopolitical rivalry, it's an ideological and political rivalry that has been affecting the daily life of ordinary Iraqis, as we can witness that the country is failing to witness the formation of a government, and we're only seeing a caretaker government that has very limited powers and executive abilities to get the country out of the economic crisis that's currently going through, especially post-COVID-19, getting the country out of many of the security crises that has been going on in the country since the defeat of ISIS in northern Iraq.
So, as you say, many elements to this, but clearly Muqtada al-Sadr has a powerful block of support which he can call upon very effectively and very quickly.
Yes, this is certainly. Muqtada Sadr is considered to be one of the most influential political and religious leaders. The religious element to it is that, as your correspondent rightfully mentioned, he comes from a very powerful religious historical family in Iraq and in the Shia world itself. He is also a political leader that emerged in the early stages of the US invasion in 2003. He used to lead an armed wing called the Mahdi Army, which later on transformed into Saraya Salam. The Sadrist movement has been involved in every single political elections, or even they even had so many ministries in every single government, which he is claiming to be very corrupt and practicing a reform rhetoric throughout the very various different protest movements for the past few years, calling for reforms, calling to tackle corruption in a corrupt political system that he has been legally, officially, and politically with for so many years.
OK, we'll leave it there for now. Zeidon Alkinani from the Arab Center, thank you for joining us here on Al Jazeera.
Thank you.